everyone. Happy Monday. Hope you had the bestest Christmas ever. If you're watching this after the fact, hello, welcome to this video. Today, we are on day 3 of YouTube Level Up Live. And I'm super excited about today because today is all about scaling. Let me move over to my comments. If you are watching live, totally comment. Let me know you're here. I am so excited about today because today is all about scale. Getting so excited that my mic is dropping. Today is about scaling, guys. Today is about taking everything we learned from day 1 and day 2 and building it, building momentum, getting clear on what's working, what's not working, getting our feedback, getting really intimate with what it is we're generating and constantly building that. And when I say scale, I don't want you to hear, because oftentimes when I hear the word scaling, I'm hearing like, oh, I have to have lots to build lots. And the reality is you've got to have a solid foundation that's based on something that will actually last so that you're generating something that will continue to last and build out. And so what we've learned from day 1 is how to build a foundation of service. And what we learned from day 2 is how to actually build power and connection on top of that, getting clear on what people need and what people want from you, getting clear on asking really valuable questions from your people. And today we're going to be talking all about how to consistently rinse and repeat that process so that you are building, you're not reinventing the wheel, you're building something that you know is going to work. And even if everything fell apart and you had to start over again, you would know exactly what it is you're generating. You'd know exactly what it is you got to create in the world. So all of that being said, if you're new here and you've never seen me before and you're like, who are you? I'm Katie. I'm your host. I'm the host of this channel. I am a business entrepreneur. I support incredible human beings, business moms in the world, entrepreneurs who are standing for a vision, who are standing for something that they want to create in the world, and supporting all of you guys in getting visible online, creating really deep, intimate relationships with your clients and your leads, and creating a solid lead to client generation, a solid lead to client generating process so that you actually are clear on how to go from, hi, this is about my business, how can I support you, to someone actually paying you, to someone actually being a client in your business that's paid. Absolutely amazing. I am here to serve. I'm here to support each and every one of you, whoever of you are watching, whoever watched this, I am 100% here to support you. So today is day 3. I'm so pumped, guys. I have so much energy right now. I just got off a call with some of my incredible, amazing students, and I'm hyped because I'm seeing results. I'm seeing leaders being born in the world, and not just being born because like they just showed up, but actually seeing their power and the possibility when they step into that and when they consistently step into it. And that is what is possible for you, my friend. That is what is possible for you. So for a moment, I just want to speak to our mom entrepreneurs out in the world. I know there are some of you who are not moms yet, or maybe will never be a mom. I know, like, I can't guarantee I will ever be a mom. I hope I will be, and it's a part of my vision. And I'm unattached, right? Maybe I will love. This is about me. Moving on. So I want to speak to the mom entrepreneur who's watching this. And first, I want to tell you, you are not alone in the feelings that you have right now. You are not alone in the fear that it won't work. You are not alone in the fear that it's not enough. You are not alone in the fear that it will never be enough. Lots of moms feel this way, and lots of young women feel this way, especially in the business world, a place that we originally didn't even belong in and weren't allowed to be in. And so what I want you to know is, because you are not alone, it gives you room to actually have support, to receive, to show your face, to use your voice and stand up for your vision, stand up for what you want to create in the world. So today, it's all about you. It's all about getting you where you need to be. Day 1, we talked about service. Service is such an important part of business. It is the reason business exists. You give a service to somebody else in exchange for some type of value. Boom. That is business. It is solving a problem, answering a question. It is supporting someone else in some way that gets them where they want to be. And if we're not focused on that, in reality, we don't have a business because we're not going to have clients. And then day 2, we talked about how to build, how to ask really solid questions of your audience, how to ask really solid questions of the people who you are serving, and how to create levels of relationship and intimacy that include actually being actually being a paid client. Sorry, the words are like coming out slow today. Actually being a paid client with someone, actually like enrolling clients who will pay you money for services that you have spent years, maybe even decades obtaining. It's something that a lot of people don't think about. You're not just putting into account the time that you've spent learning something, you're putting into account the dollar bills that you've invested into learning what you've learned now, which means a lot of us are worth a lot more than we when we actually charge people. So today we're talking about scaling. We've used the system of YouTube, which is an incredible, incredible system. We create value on the front end that people are building relationship, people are building connection with you. And then we continually give them service. We survey them, ask them what they need, ask them what they want, ask them what their problem is, how can we support them, and we create content based on what they want. And then as we're building that relationship and getting really intimate about what our people need, we're inviting them into new layers of connection, intimacy, support, value. We're creating layers. And layers may look like, okay, your front layer is a YouTube video. And then you have an email list. And then you have a mastermind. And then you have like an actual paid gig. You have a client based, like value based agreement of some sort. Like, hey, like I will be your coach for a fixed amount of time, enroll in this program, whatever it is, which is the goal for a lot of business owners. Obviously, the goal is to create money. So today, I really want to jump into how do we know this funnel is working? How do we get feedback from the people that are in our system, that are on our YouTube channel, that are in our email lists? How do we understand clearly what's working and what's not working? And I sent out an email today to my email list, and it just, I'm like running. This is like my my basis for this video, because it struck me. So much of the world is so individualistic right now. It's like we just want what we want, and we don't want it to be hard. We don't want it to be complex. We want it to be easy and simple and easy to obtain. And in reality, the more that we struggle with this, oh, it's too hard, I don't want to do it, it's too uncomfortable, I don't want to do it. The more we struggle with this and the more we think that it's wrong if it's hard, actually the less successful we'll actually be. And I've thought about this especially this year, as it's been a hard year. There's been a lot of really uncomfortable things that I've gotten to go through. And I'm constantly looking at it. I'm saying, if I had not had that hard moment in my life, I literally would not be where I'm at now. I wouldn't know what I know now. I wouldn't be stepping into my wisdom. I wouldn't be stepping into my knowledge. I wouldn't be stepping into what it is I'm experiencing and giving it away to other people if I didn't experience the hard struggle bus moments in my life. Would I actually be where I am right now? And the reality is I wouldn't be. So hard is not bad. Just like easy is not always good. And once you get that into your mind, then it's not actually about the easy path. It's about the path of least resistance. It's not about the path of least resistance. It's about, what is it that I'm up to? And am I really crazy committed to it? So committed to it that doesn't matter what hard thing I get to go through, I'm going to go through it. I'm going to be willing to pay that price. So much of our world is spending their entire day pointing fingers, being right, making other people wrong, and holding each other small. Politics, the medical system, everything, our homes. Like, did you experience this over Christmas where people were getting into arguments about, well, I'm right and you're wrong? Did you see that this Christmas? Are you noticing that this Christmas? Are you noticing this holiday season? Are you noticing that with your friends, with your family, with your coworkers? People are making each other wrong. When are we going to have enough of this? When are we actually going to care about the person next to us? Because until you care about the person next to you, you will not have a viable business. Because again, business is based on service. So when we're learning how to scale, we're rinsing and repeating step 1 and step 2. We're getting clear about how we're serving people, how we're loving on people, how we're actually caring about the other person. And we're getting clear on what they need and where they're getting it from. And like, what do we need to know about the person that we're serving? What do they need from us? What questions are they asking? What problems do they want solved? Step 3 is looking at step 1 and 2 and figuring out what worked and what didn't work. And then shifting and creating the same result, creating a result that levels up. So let me give you a perfect example. So I really, really wanted to do audio messages in my emails. And so I started doing them, and no one would click on them on my email list. So I would I'd record a file on my phone, I would upload it, and then I would send it off to my email list, and it would come through like a Drive link or whatever. And nobody was responding to my emails, no one was clicking on it, no one was like, it would just, I was like, okay, this is lame. And then I'd get some people that were clicking on it, but they weren't responding. There was no feedback about like, oh, this was good or this really supported. However, there was feedback. Feedback is anything that you see or don't see when you generate a result. So let me give you a great example. When I had this audio issue where I was like, I'm sending out audio to my email list, and it's not landing. They're not clicking it. They're not listening to it. They're not responding to it. I realized, hold up. I'm working with a clientele. I'm working with an audience that is primarily into video. I get to make videos instead of audio. So then I started putting videos in my emails. And let me just tell you, it took off. People started clicking it. People started watching it in the email. People started commenting on it. People started liking it and sharing it. And what I realized is I was being given feedback, even though people weren't responding to my emails. Everything is feedback. When you have a YouTube channel, feedback is really important. It's called SEO, your search engine optimization. It's also called analytics. Both of those things are giving you feedback all of the time. So when you create a video and you put tags in it and you do your content and then you complete it, in the next several days after that video goes live, you are getting live, hands-on feedback about what's working and what's not working. Here's the trick. Lots of us don't like feedback. We don't like being told that something isn't working. We don't like feeling like our content is being criticized or critiqued. And we don't really want to change anything. We want to create what we want to create, and then it works or it doesn't work. And I know this because this was me when I first started creating YouTube content. I wanted to create what I wanted to create versus what my audience wanted to hear. And so as long as I did that, I wasn't actually listening to my people. And let me tell you, business is in the listening. Just like business is in service, business is about listening to what your people need and giving them what they want, giving them what they want, giving them what they need. There are so many times that creating content on YouTube shows you the things that aren't working. I have a client right now and she's like, goodness, I find myself editing myself constantly before it even comes out of my mouth. I'm judging myself constantly before it even comes out of my mouth, before it even comes out of my inbox and into somebody else's inbox. I'm constantly judging what I'm saying. I'm constantly editing and ridiculing what I'm saying before I even say it. So here's the deal. Like at the end of the day, are you willing to get uncomfortable to create your vision? Are you willing to get uncomfortable to create the life you want, to create the business that you want to create? Are you willing to get uncomfortable for the clients that you get to serve? And if the answer is authentically no, then I love you. And maybe someday you will be absolutely incredible. But until you get uncomfortable, until you're willing to go where you haven't gone before, it will not work. Because everything about service is uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable all the time. And it's uncomfortable. I had a client who literally enrolled me in a different program. And she knows who she is. She enrolled me in a different program that wasn't even created yet. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll whip that up. And I was like really nerding out about it. I was like, well, this is okay. Like, I was getting all like in my head about what it would look like and how much it would cost and all the things. And I realized, hold up. She's already told me, she's given me feedback. She's already told me what it is she wants. She's already told me what it is she needs. And she's already given me all of the answers. I don't need to make this complicated. And so once I got into my heart and I actually was serving the other person, I generated incredible results with her. And I'm continuing to create amazing results with her because I'm standing for what it is she gets to create in the world. And therefore I'm standing for what I get to create in the world. Scaling is about rinsing and repeating, choosing things that already work. Choosing things that already work. What would it look like for you to not have to constantly reinvent the wheel and to just pick from a library of things that work? These live trainings, they work for me. They really work because I'm creating relationship. I'm giving. I'm in generosity. I'm constantly getting intimate about what you guys need. I'm constantly surveying you guys. I'm constantly asking questions. These trainings work. That's why I do them. You have things in your business that work. Do them. You have things in your business that don't work. Don't do them. And if you do them anyway, it's okay. You're going to create the exact same result. When will it be enough time for you to when will it be enough for you to constantly be staying in the same patterns and wanting to be comfortable? Because any incredible business out there in the world, I assure you it was not created in comfort. It was not created easy. There are plenty of inventions that, yes, 100%, they were accidentally created. And to get them out to people, to get them out to customers, it takes time. It takes energy. It takes money. It takes investment. What is it that you want to create? Is it big enough to overpower your fear of being uncomfortable? Is what you want big enough? Hear me on this. I'm going to write this down. Is what you want is powerful. Is what you want big enough to overpower your fear of being uncomfortable? Wow. At the end of the day, you pick your hard. You want to be uncomfortable or you want to have nothing? You want to stay in your story and generate not generate the results that you want. At the end of the day, it's your choice what you get to live in. I love and I don't know, I know that lots of people say this and I don't know who actually quoted it and I will find that quote afterward. It's like choose your hard, right? Literally choose being overweight and unhealthy, hard. Or choose exercising and working out, also hard. Like choose what is hard. Choose what your life looks like. Totally 100% your choice to create it's literally your responsibility. It's no one else's responsibility. So when we're scaling, it's about being responsible. It's about being committed to what it is we want to create in the world. I'm committed to having an incredibly successful business. What that means is that I'm not driving the bus myself, that I have a team, an established team that's supporting me. Success looks like having several days off in the summer. Success looks like having every weekend off. Success looks like having the month of December off. Success looks like time, right? Success looks like freedom. Success looks like being joyful and committed and passionate in my life. That means that there's lots of ways to do that. Lots of possibilities. Lots of things that are like different and are also in that scheme of possibility. So get clear on what you want to create and create it. And constantly be looking at this loop of like, what are people telling me? So a really great hack, a really great way to figure out how to get your feedback is to ask questions. And we talked about this in building, and we're going to talk about it again. So asking really good questions is doing two things. One, it's creating a relationship with your people because you're genuinely asking for the fact of getting an answer. How many times in your life do you ask a question, or does someone else ask a question of you and not even hang around for the answer? Like, hey, how are you? And they're already down the hall. Fine. We're on autopilot. So it creates relationship. It also gets you to a place where you can create something else that works. If you're asking a question like how okay, so I ask this question a lot. So when I do events like this, I ask questions like, what did you not hear that you need support on? What do you think was missing? What's a question that you still have even after you've watched this training? And when I get those answers, it's feedback, right? Cool. I missed talking about analytics. I missed talking about search engine optimization and how to best use it. I missed talking about live streaming, whatever it is for whatever content I'm creating. If there's something that I'm missing that people need, not only am I creating relationship because I'm genuinely asking a question that I want a response to, but I'm also creating future content and value and support for those people that answered my question. That's your feedback. Now, there's going to be people who give you feedback that does not sit well. Like, you spent so much time on this piece of content and people say, well, that was lame. Okay. Sometimes it's not fun to ask for feedback. Guess why we live in such a individualistic world? Because feedback is uncomfortable. Receiving it, even giving it, because we want to be liked, we want to be needed, we want to be praised, all of these things. Like, it's uncomfortable to give feedback, but feedback's where it's at. I'm going to be doing a feedback workshop. So I'm going to be showing you actually how to, I'm literally going to add this now. I was thinking about it for a while. I think I'm just going to add it to what I'm sharing with you guys today. So on top, we'll get there. So I'm going to add a feedback, training so that you're learning specifically how to look at and understand the feedback that you're receiving from your YouTube channels. What? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I got to write that down somewhere. I didn't even plan on offering that. So I'm going to add that to the offer that you guys already have given to you. I'm going to do a feedback training. This is so important, guys, because if you don't know how to actually receive feedback about what you're generating, then you're just going to generate the same thing over and over again. So the biggest part about scaling is actually getting an understanding of what's landing and what's not landing. What are your people hearing? What are they not hearing? What do they need to hear? The most successful entrepreneurs in the world are constantly asking for feedback. Constantly. They're constantly wondering what it is they get to shift to create something better. So we're going to be adding a feedback training. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay. So today, your stretch is to ask for feedback from someone. Okay. It can be a fellow business owner. Like if you're running a business right now and things are not working for your business right now and you're feeling like you're frustrated and you're overwhelmed and you're struggling and you want an honest pair of eyes on what it is you're creating. And you really want to know like what's not working. Your stretch today is to actually ask someone in your life, what is it that's missing? What do I get to launch into? What's not working? How do I get to shift it? And be willing to take whatever it is they give you. Be grateful, be thankful, use it, don't use it, create whatever you want with it. It is literally feedback. Now, you can ask me. I may say yes. I may say no. It just depends on my schedule. You can ask a fellow colleague. You can ask a teammate in your business. You can ask a family member. I don't know. You can ask somebody for feedback. I love that one person was watching and then they just dropped off. They're like, I don't want to do this stretch. That's like my life. Feedback, right? There's things that are uncomfortable in life. So this is what you get to create. And if you choose the stretch, let me know. Like, let me know that you actually choose like stretching into another level of leadership and responsibility in your business. Get clear on what's not working. I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I'm afraid to ask for feedback in my business because I'm holding it so tightly to myself. And when I'm in that space, I'm not creating results because I'm so worried about getting it wrong or being told that I'm wrong that I'm not focusing out. I'm not serving other people. So ask for feedback. We're going to be doing some feedback training with what I'm just about to show you, which is this. So in the last 3 days, if you have not watched the last 2 days, and totally go back and watch them. In the last 3 days, we've really spent a lot of time on the foundations of a solid business. How do you really, really get clients who are committed to themselves, who are committed to creating what it is they want to create, where you're not dragging them across the finish line? You're actually like, they're pulling you because they're so far ahead of the game that you're like, they're committed to what they want to create. How do you get clients that are really clearly what you want to work with? You're in service. So service was day 1, building is day 2, and scale is today, which is what we've talked about for the last 40 minutes. So with that being said, I want to share something with you that's really going to support you on servicing your people well, building a solid business and a solid way to communicate with your clients and your leads, and how to scale that continuously, how to build that out so you are supported forever and ever and ever. So I want to share this with you. I'm super excited about this. This is our finisher program. So this is especially a program designed for mom entrepreneurs in 2022. It's something that I've taken other clients through. They've been massively successful. But this one in particular is for mom entrepreneurs to really level up and come back in 2022. So if there's things that didn't work for you in 2021 or before, we're throwing those out the door. We're taking what we can to give ourselves some solid feedback about what works and what doesn't work. And then we're going to generate what works in 2022. So today I'm going to share with you really quickly about this offer. This is, and it says it right here, join high-level business women in building connection, clarity, stability, and confidence in your businesses and brands. Boom. Join us. Let's go. So this is a 4-week workshop training. I've done this before. Again, absolutely successful. You're going to have 4 weeks of in-depth coaching with me. So every single week, this is how the structure goes down. In a week, at the beginning of the week, you're going to have training. You're going to be prepared. You're going to have your projects that are set up. You are going to create content on your YouTube channel. Maybe the stretch for that week is you're actually creating your live YouTube channel. So you're going to be creating content consistently. So the first part of that is actually doing the work, getting the training. The middle of that is applying it. So you're going to be making the video, you're going to be editing, you're going to be learning different things about YouTube videos and YouTube channels and creating content. And then the third section of the week is Q&A, getting your feedback, getting clear on what's working, what's not working. Guess what? I use the same system in my own business, in the structure of how I run my business, that I teach you guys. I am literally doing the structure with you right now. Right now. Serve, build, scale. Like, let's go. So this is why this program is born. This is why it works so well, because it's really, it's designed to support you in learning, applying, and figuring out what's working and what's not working. So right now, this workshop is at a gifted price. It is, I say gifted because it's not at a discount. It's at a gifted price of $3,200. It's amazing. So you can get your spot right here. You can click right here. This URL is either above in the description if you're in Facebook, or it's below in the YouTube channel description of this video. What I am adding on today is I am adding on a VIP day. And for all of you who join, you are also getting the feedback training that I talked about. So know that is within just the regular workshop, regardless if you add the VIP day on or not. You're all getting the feedback training. So today, what I'm throwing in here, actually what I threw in here on day 2 of this training is your VIP day. This is an incredible day because you are basically, you are generating a YouTube channel with content on it, fully published, amazing artwork, branding, all of that stuff within a day. So we're spending a VIP whole day together. You're having 6 hours of coaching, training, and one-on-one customized support. That includes your gear bundle. So you'll actually be mailed your gear. You're not going to have to go find it. You're not going to have to go pay for it. It's included in the price of this VIP day. You're going to have 2 videos complete plus your intro. Incredible. You're going to have YouTube artwork complete. That means your banner on your YouTube channel, your thumbnails, the design, the branding. I've done this with clients before. They loved it. And your profile. Everything is going to be together. And you're getting analytics and SEO training. So you are getting what we're talking about today. You're getting the scaling training, hands-on scaling training. And for the VIP day, this is gifted at a price of $3,100. If you want to add those 2 together, it's going to be a total of $6,300, or you can do a 3-pay of $2,100. So there you are. I know that's a lot of numbers. You can go take a look at this. There's a beautiful video on there where I share everything about the workshop. The VIP day is where it's at, guys, because especially for you guys who've spent a lot of time in your heads, you've spent a lot of time being frustrated, overwhelmed, confused, not clear about what you want to create. This is for you. Because at the end of the day, having that accountability and support is going to be so important and so powerful for you. Not waiting, not holding on to excuses, not holding on to what won't work or what might not work, but actually standing up for yourself and choosing something that will happen within 24 hours. Can you even imagine? So this is incredible. I'm going to remove this. This is absolutely incredible, incredible offer. It's an incredible gift to you. It is in the URL above if you're in Facebook or below if you are on YouTube. And if you want to jump in on this or you want to ask questions, totally go to that URL. And let me actually show you this. So like if you are on this page and for some reason you just want to have a conversation with me, say I'm interested, but I'd like more info. And that will take you right to my booking page. And then you can book a call with me, which is amazing. And it's not loading right now. There we go. It'll take you right to my booking page to get on a connection call. And then we can have a conversation about what will best support you. Maybe it's not this program. Maybe it's something else. Maybe you're going just with the VIP day and not with the workshop. Maybe you're going just with the workshop, not with the VIP day. I don't want to confuse you. But the point is you have that offer. You have that possibility. Okay. So serve people well. Serve people well. At the end of the day, when you serve people, when you are holding people at a high, like if you're holding people really high, you are serving them, you are giving something to them that really will impact their life. You have a business. When you are building off of that foundation and you're getting layers of intimacy, results, value, trust, you have a business. When you are scaling that, when you're rinsing and repeating and figuring out what's working, what's not working, getting your feedback, being willing to have the leadership to take it, to react, like to respond to it, to be responsible with it, you have a business. And unless you're willing to get uncomfortable, at the end of the day, you're going to have a really nice brand and no business because clients are not going to sign with someone that is not going to give them value. So remember this. Remember this. It is a powerful lesson to learn. Everything starts with the foundation of service, and you scale off of that. All right, you guys. I love you all. Have an absolutely, absolutely incredible day. I'm going to be doing some extra trainings in here. And obviously, we have our brand new series coming to 2022 on this YouTube channel, which I am so excited about. I just worked with my people about the whole outline of our first episode. We are getting ready to film it this week. It's going to be absolutely incredible. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. And that's all I'm going to say. I can't say anything else. All right. I love you all. Have an amazing, amazing day. And I will see you guys later.